Alright guys, today I'm talking simply cost of the degree in nursing. Only cost. I'm comparing three different schools, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, it does not matter which school that you go to as to how good of a nurse you will be. You determine how good of a nurse you will be. The school you go to does not determine how good of a nurse you will be. And also, I am very pro community college, so if it feels like I'm pushing towards community college, I'm very, very, very pro community college. I believe that that is where you get the best education. They have the best resources. I went to community college. Yes, community college. So keep that in mind if it feels like I'm definitely being pro community college. So I've compared three different RN degrees. I say RN, 2 ADN and 2 BSN degrees. And 1 ADN and 1 BSN come from the same place. You'll see here in just a second. Simply cost of the degree, not even time of the degree, as one school you'll see is quicker than the other one. So let's start off with the community college, because it is my favorite, because I believe you get the greatest education for the money, you get the greatest resources. It is definitely the way to go, in my opinion. The easiest, the best, everything, the greatest. Community college is the best. You're looking at a 2-year ADN degree, and my community college gave the breakdown of the cost of the degree on the sheet that you use to sign up for the course. They had it at $6,718 out the door. That is books and everything out the door, even with your nursing license insurance, which you're not really licensed, but you still need the insurance to practice in clinicals when you are a clinical student. That is 3 semesters at $1,150, one summer semester at $770. That is your summer semester. And your very, very beginning semester that includes books and tuition cost and other licensure or insurance fees at $2,498 for a grand total of $6,718 out the door. That is your degree for less than $7,000 in 2 years from my community college. You can't beat that. That is just super duper cheap. I mean, phenomenal how much you can get for $7,000 at a community college. The next school that I decided to take a look at was ECPI. Again, nothing against ECPI, especially you ECPI nurses. I've worked with plenty of you guys before in the past. The school you go to does not determine how good you are as a nurse. I'll say it again. I just don't think this is the right school for everyone. ECPI, I could not find a definite cost, so I kind of had to piece it together myself. For the ADN program, they have the ADN cost per semester at $9,452. You multiply that by 5. Now, you can do it quicker, but I multiplied it by 5 because my community college, there was 5 semesters there. Comes to a grand total of $47,260. Tuition and fees only. That does not include your books. That does not include your insurance. That does not include your clinical sort of fees that go with it. That is simply tuition and school fees only. $47,260. I mean, you're looking at a $40,000 increase for the same degree at ECPI as to my community college. $40,000. Now, the one thing I will say about ECPI, and this video wasn't really meant to hate on ECPI, but one thing about them is you can get this degree quicker than the community college. And one thing that they do is they lump everything together. So you take prereqs, co-reqs, core classes, everything together, and it's like a fast track. So you can get out of being a nurse a lot quicker at ECPI, but it's $40,000 more, quite a bit. If you're looking at the BSN program at ECPI, just tuition and fees, that is $8,592 per semester. Now, I know that you can do it in 2.5 years is what they advertise. You can do it in 2.5 years. I multiplied this by 8 because 4 years, 2 semesters is 8. So that's where I came with 8. So 8,592 times 8 is $68,736 for your degree. Again, that does not include books, that does not include your insurance, that does not include your clinical site fee rotation thing. That is simply school fees and tuition, and that is it. I went another route and chose a North Carolina public university. I chose the one that is closest to me, University of North Carolina, Greensboro. It's sort of a low-key public North Carolina university. And the only reason I chose it is because it is the closest one to me, the closest public university to me. And so that is the only reason why I chose that one. I don't have any stock in UNCG. It is what it is. Go Spartans, whatever. I only chose them because they are the closest to me, and they have a all-in tuition for all 4 years of tuition at $9,760. That is 4 years worth of tuition, and so you're looking at $300 more for 4 years worth of tuition, as opposed to 1 semester worth of tuition for ECPI. Also, they broke it down as well, and they gave prices for your room and board, various insurances, various meal plans that you'll need, and they had all of that linked in at $27,005.98, and that included all of the other things other than tuition that you will need to attend a 4-year public university. That's room and board, food, like I said, the insurances, the clinical rotation site fees, things like this. That added up to $27,005.98. Once you add that together, you get a number somewhere around $36,000. However, because it is a nursing program, you're going to have other nursing things, like I said before, the clinical site rotations and things like that. Once you add all of the fees in nursing, you come out with a BSN from the public university here in North Carolina, UNCG, at $44,520 for an in-state BSN. You have to live in North Carolina for those sort of numbers. That is still $3,000 less than the ADN that you get from ECPI, and $24,000 less than the BSN you get from ECPI. So quite a big difference going to a public university as it is to going to ECPI. ECPI is quite expensive. I also ran the figures for if you decide to go to UNCG and you don't live in North Carolina, University of North Carolina, Greensboro. If you do not live in North Carolina and you still decide to go to UNCG, your tuition cost drastically increases to $43,053.30. Everything else stays the same. Just because you live outside of North Carolina, for whatever reason, they up the tuition cost. I really don't understand why. I guess because you don't pay North Carolina taxes because it is a public university. For the out-of-state 4-year BSN from University of North Carolina, Greensboro, you're looking at $77,812.98. That is out-of-state BSN. That is the most expensive on this list. However, it's still really only about $9,000 more than the ECPI degree. All of these degrees have their pros and cons. In my opinion, you cannot go wrong with community college. However, community colleges only offer an ADM program. If you're looking to be something like management, or you're looking to, go further into something like a master's degree or a nurse practitioner, you're going to have to get your BSN. ECPI offers the BSN as well as the North Carolina Public University of Greensboro, UNCG. So, weigh your pros and cons. ECPI, you can get done quicker and you're done with it, but you're going to have to pay for it. You're going to have to pay quite a bit for it. The UNC Greensboro, you're going to have to do 4 years, and your community college is 2 years, but if you're looking at being management, maybe that's not right for you. Who knows? You can make the decision for yourself. All of these schools will teach you how to be a nurse, and you determine how good of a nurse you can be, not these schools. So Don't let anyone tell you that one school is better, is going to make you a better nurse. You determine how good of a nurse you will be. I'm just a community college nurse, and that's good enough for me. I hope it helps. If you like this video, check out this one over there. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe over there. Thank you much.